The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Top of the morning, Raider Nation. Happy Thursday. I hope all is well with each and every one of y'all. Yes, indeed. Every day that go by is a day closer to kicking the Buffalo Bills' ass. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Welcome to another episode of Good Morning Raider Nation Live Podcast. Right here on Raiders Allegiance with your boy Lunatic Raider, man. I appreciate each and every one of you guys taking time out of your busy schedule to hang with yours truly. Yes, indeed. I got weed. Now let me quit. Shout out to my guy, NorCal Raider Jesse, man, in the building, man. Let's get it cracking. You feel me? Let's get it cracking. Raider Paul. We got Raiders. You know what it is. It don't stop and it won't stop to the beat. Too Short Raider Syndicate. What is the deal, man? Top of the morning to you. Thank you for being here. Yes, indeed. We got Ray Luca in the building, man. Top of the morning. Come on, 7 o'clock. Let's go. We rocking and rolling now. The Graham Cam is in the building, man. Tops to you. Thank you for being here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got Renee Revolta 95 is in the building. Yes, indeed. Good to see you. Glad you guys are here. Let me see. Let me scroll down. Charles Washington, my dude, man. Top of the morning, man. Exactly, man. Salute to the nation. That's right. Let's go. Let's go. This is what I like to see when everybody's connected. You feel me? Egotarian 207. What is the business, my dude? Top of the morning to you, man. Thank you for being here. You feel me? Oh, you at work? Oh, I'm about to get you fired. Nah, I'm fucking with you. You got laid off on you got laid off on your day off? You got fired on your day off? No, let me quit. Yes, indeed. Michael Guerrero, man. Salute to you, man. Top of the morning. Glad to see you. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. As you can see, the title of the thumbnail, it is Jimmy G Back to the Future. Well, what do you mean by that, lunatic? I'm going to tell you what I mean by that. When Garoppolo was drafted 2014 second round by the New England Patriots, he was specifically drafted for this system, right? So he spends a few years in New England. Even had a few starts with Tom Brady being out. And I think that was back when Tom Brady hurt his knee. He took over. If I remember, I'm trying to go off of memory, so hey, forgive me if I'm wrong, but I think it was the injury to Tom Brady that's why Garoppolo took over. If it wasn't that, then it was the suspension. It might have been the suspension for the deflate gate. I can't remember. Well, either way it goes, Garoppolo was a starter. But he was a quarterback that the New England Patriots thought suited them for the system they ran. And as Raider fans, this is what we're seeing right now. He still doesn't have the chemistry with everybody on the team to really, but it's going to happen though. This is the scary part. The offense will click eventually. Eventually. That's the scary part. Because we got a glimpse of it against the Denver Donkeys as far as the ball movement, the ball moving downfield, the clock, the time of possession, all that shit. We seen glimpses. Not by far stretch of the imagination do we all think that the Raiders had a hell of a good game. But they have a hell of a win, though. They stayed in it. They fought tooth and nail, and then they scratched out and got the victory. And just like Devontae said, he was talking to Josh Jacobs that this was the type of game we would have lost last year. We would have lost that game last year just because we couldn't finish. We didn't know how to finish. And now I think the few corrections we've made to the roster were all on the sides. Well, a lot of them was on defense. But even some of the changes on offense. But all changes are made to be better, to make your team better. So it's not like they're just fucking around and moving shit around to see what they, you know what I mean, throwing shit against the wall and see what sticks. No, they're trying to get the right combination. So with that being said, man, I think this team here, I think they got the right quarterback for this system. To the Kardashians out there, this is not a knock on Carr. Carr did have his issues. Facts. But what it comes down to is it's not about a comparison of quarterbacks amongst each other, right? Like just outright, is it Garoppolo better than Carr? It's not that at all. It's not that at all. And I've told you guys what it is. What it is comes down to the competition of the quarterbacks in this system. See, Ziegler and them know what they're doing, man. They're making moves that us on the outside looking in, it makes sense. Like, okay, no wonder you go get a Jacoby Myers. You know what I mean? No wonder you go get a DeAndre Carter. No wonder you go draft a Jacorian Bennett and you bring in Marcus Peters. But see, you're not going to hit the ground running, bruh, in game one. It's not going to happen, man. That's like, I'm going through a cookbook. I'm showing you all the ingredients you need to make a cake. I'm telling you about the mixing and pouring the pans, greasing the pans, and making sure you don't jump around because the cakes can fall in the oven. I'm showing you all that. But me showing you and giving you the recipe does not mean the finished product is going to be great. You're going to make some mistakes. Might leave out the eggs. Might forget the baking powder. There's a lot of shit that could happen with your first time doing anything. Well, this is the first time this offense has played together. And nowhere near do I think this team is close to being what it is set out and focused on becoming. I told you, with young rookies on a team, the number one thing that you're going to have to allow them to do is make mistakes without being, you fucked up again. No. Let them make mistakes and then show them how and why the mistake occurred. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. And I think they're on the right page. I think Garoppolo, he said some good shit. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and dive. I got a couple of clips from Garoppolo. He makes some good points about this team. They were asking him about last year's team losing close games, such as the game they won against Denver in week 1. Raiders lost that kind of shit last year. So they were asking him all kind of good questions like that. Also, the team support with offense and defense supporting one another. So we're going to go ahead and dive into that just to hear what his perspective, because it's always good to get a perspective that's behind the walls, not the penitentiary, but the walls of the team, the practice facility, and get the right information out of what the approach of this team is. So without further ado, I ain't gonna keep talking. This is Jimmy G on the support of the team, meaning how the offense supports the defense when they're on the field and vice versa. That camaraderie, that ability to gel and develop a brotherhood is something that can carry a long way and also bring in victories to this team if they're all on the same page. So let's check out Jimmy G on the support of the team.
What's it mean when you got a team where each other are cheering the other on?
It means a lot. I mean, that's what makes for a good team. I've been on some good teams, and that's every one of them has had that. So it's just, we're just getting started here, but you can feel we're off to a good start. 1-0 feels good, but we'll regroup this week, lick our wounds, and we're moving on to Buffalo.
And see, that's one thing that you have to go ahead and listen to when Garoppolo states that is a characteristic of good teams. Of like, you got a whole net support group, both sides of the ball, no matter who's out on the field. They're pushing, they're striving, they're celebrating, they're motivating their teammates, their brothers to do good, to be great. You can't knock that. So that just lets me know that's just a telltale sign of that, the fact that McDaniels was right in the locker room. This team is showing maturity. And part of the maturity is being able to celebrate, give, or shall we say, like we say nowadays, give flowers to those who deserve it. If the offense out there making big plays, hey, cheer them on. Ain't nothing better than having your peers cheer you on to be successful. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. It's like having your siblings pushing you. Come on, you got this. Let's go. Let's go. Sometimes you need that motivation, but coming from a voice that you're familiar with. So to have your teammates out there that you go up against constantly in practice, defense versus offense, constantly. I'm guaranteeing you there were some good battles amongst ourselves, a civil war battle, if you may. You know what I mean? But it's good to know that they got your back, that they want you to be great. That makes you like, oh, and then you do the same for them. So no matter who's on the field, if they have the right support group, which is their teammates, hey, come on, get the ball back. Get the ball back. They go get an interception or a fumble or whatnot. That's gonna set it off. Everybody celebrating that group rather than just like, let's give us the ball. You know what I mean? The offense, you know how offenses be bougie, especially quarterbacks. You got quarterbacks that be bougie like a motherfucker. They be like, just give me the ball back. I go down there and score and win the lane. You know what I mean? Nah, bruh. Do it as a team. Whoever has the opportunity to bring home the victory, bring that motherfucker home. Stop second thinking shit. Stop being out there just short stopping. You feel me? Hey, get behind your people. So that was good to know that that's the kind of shit that Garoppolo's on, because being a quarterback, you're automatically the leader. You're the leader. Being a quarterback, playing quarterback position, and you signing with a team states, you know what it states? You are him. So you have to be the one to take the motherfucking mantle and help run this ship, bruh. You feel me? Shout out to Walt, man. Top of the morning to you. All those questions we know now. Players are going to answer. Players going to answer immediately, I guess. But see, Hondo knows there's only certain questions to ask, bruh. He's see, if you guys knew, he's part of the National Football League Association of Writers. There's guidelines they fall in between. There's certain things that they can't, information they can't give out. There's certain questions they can't ask because it'll take away from the, what do they say? It's called the it'll take away from the shit. I forgot what he called it. But yeah, they're not allowed to just say and ask anything that they want to, bruh. You know what I mean? Sometimes we got to understand what's going on before, you know what I mean, we assume things. But yeah, there's questions he can't ask, and there's information he cannot put out because of agreement between the Writers Association of the NFL and the NFL itself. It has something to do with competitive some shit. You're not allowed to give out information that can go ahead and be a negative towards the competitive I'll figure it. I'll find out about it, bro, and tell you what it is, man. Because he broke it down before. He's not allowed to just. He can't do that shit. That's why there's a lot of times when you hear Rondo talk, he'll sit there like, how can I put this? He has to put it in a way where he doesn't get in trouble over it, because he can get in trouble. And it could come down to either suspension from whoever he works for, such as Sports Illustrated, or maybe even get fired. I don't know. It all depends. But there is an agreement between the media and the NFL of what they can report on and what they can't. Oh yeah, that's a given. They already know Raiders got to coach up Tyree. That's not like a new thing that we like. Oh, we got to coach up Tyree. You know what I mean? Tyree wasn't out there. He wasn't out there. So when does he get his reps? Reps is the only way you're gonna be developed. That's why I said in essence, these first few games of the NFL season is pretty much Tyree's preseason. This is where he makes his mistakes, work the kinks out, and get on page with everybody else that's ahead of him. Everybody's ahead of him. That's why I be saying, don't. I told Dirty on their channel last night. I said, let's keep it a buck. You can't go in there and expect this team with 5 new starters on it to hit the ground running and be a Super Bowl caliber defense. How can you expect that? How can you expect that? Just like you a supervisor on a job, 5 of your men get let go, and they bring in 5 dudes that just got hired on. You think that department you running is gonna run the same as the guys that were there previous? No. No. Like I said, everybody has their own learning curve. You can't expect everybody to be on the same page at the same time. Everybody don't learn the same. Some people might take a year, especially rookies. You got rookies. Look, on our defense, we got Epps. Wasn't here last year, playing safety. Word was here, so that don't count. So you got Epps. You got Marcus Peters, who was not here last year. Didn't even do the whole camp, mini camp, and all that shit at all, period. He signed late. You got Jacorian Bennett, rookie. So not only do you got a rookie starting that corner, not only does he have to be able to find himself, but then once he finds himself, now he has to find the placement for himself amongst the rest of the guys on defense to work in unison. This is not going to happen in week 1, right? So now we got 1 safety, 2 corners. That's 3. Tyree Wilson, another rookie. The game is fast for them. Right now, they're overthinking. Of course, they're overthinking. They want to get it right, but at the same time, they're not used to they don't have the muscle memory to just react rather than think. It's a process. So that's 4 new people on your defense. Spillane played at Pittsburgh. Basically, the quarterback of the defense, green dot middle linebacker. He has to know where people belong, and he's a smart dude. But just because you're a smart dude don't mean you got everything in year 1. That's why I said, man, you got to have – it's just common sense, bro. When you got 5 new pieces, it's just not going to do the same shit as the pieces before. Don't just think they're going to come in and learn the whole playbook and develop a camaraderie with the players that were there last year or in jail that like overnight. Fuck no. That can't happen. Especially when you ask a person, well, how many games do you give the Raiders until they start clicking and getting it? Some people, the minimum, I say 4. I always say 4, even when it comes to betting. Give them 4 games so we can see what this team is. So if we're giving them 4 games to see what they is, or let me use proper English, if we're giving them 4 games to see who they are, then why do you think and expect them to be that in week 1? If you're giving them so many games to become that. Common sense, bro. Common sense. Sometimes, motherfuckers you got to pay attention. Pay attention. If you say it's gonna take 4 weeks, then we'll see in 4 weeks where this team is at. But don't expect them to be week one type of team or be the type of team in week one that you say took 4 weeks, that takes 4 weeks for them to become. That doesn't make any sense, bro. Either it is or it ain't. What is it? Can't be both. Either it is or it ain't. Either they are the team in week one, or you're gonna give them 4, 5, 6, 7 weeks to become that team. Stop being so that's a premature ejaculator for real. You know what I mean? Premature for real. We know we got to develop the rookies. Every rookie ever incepted into the NFL had to be developed. Just in case y'all didn't know that. Salute Tony Shepard in the building, man. Top of the morning. All right. Hey, keep working, man. Keep working. Don't let them know that you listening. They might take away your lunchtime. Hey, 2 red rings. Look. I know we need shit to talk about. I'm gonna keep it 100 with y'all, man. And this is, y'all know this is gonna be the truth. Here's the truth. What the fuck? Bruh, hey, Charles White, hey, I'm telling you, it's always negative shit. Negative shit. Every time motherfuckers that claim to be Raider fans, and then the next, all they fucking do is harp on the negative. Okay, now let me get back to what the fuck I was getting ready to say. So now I'm starting to get a little irritated because I'm feeling you. I'm feeling you, Charles, where you coming from. It makes your ass itch. You know what I mean? So this is the thing that make my ass itch. The Raiders didn't have a perfect performance in week one. Tackling could be better. A lot of things could be better, right? Let's keep it 100, man. This is a professional football team. Do you not think these motherfuckers know this? I mean, this is the shit that's fucking hilarious. Do you not think that the fucking Raiders know that they need to improve at the as us as fans is watching from the outside looking in? Oh, they need to tackle better. We need better from Tyree. You don't think the team knows this shit? Who the fuck is we to like we know better than they know? And they're in the building every day with these motherfuckers. I know, like I said, I know motherfuckers need content, but bruh, this shit is getting ridiculous. We're talking like the team don't know what the fuck they doing and they need our help. They don't need our help. They don't need my help. But they keep everything close to the chest, which is I agree. I don't want other teams knowing what the fuck we gonna do. I don't want that. We gotta have some kind of competitive edge. You know what I mean? But let's come on, bro. You act like these motherfuckers is doing this shit for the first time. Like they ain't got 6 Super Bowl rings. Like they never had to analyze talent and develop talent. We're acting like we know it all. Like we've been to college and got the degrees and been through the rankings of coaching and being coordinators and defensive, whatever the fuck. Rather than us give our opinion on how they're doing it and what we expect from them, it's like we know better. None of these if you motherfuckers knew better, none of y'all motherfuckers would be on YouTube talking about what the team is doing or what you think they doing. You would have a job somewhere doing this shit. But obvious, you ain't never been a general manager. You ain't never been a scout. You ain't never been a head coach. You might have been a Pop Warner head coach or maybe even high school. But you never been to the pros. Let's keep it. I haven't. Nigga, I'm not gonna sit up here and tap dance and act like I have. Bullshit. I'm a fan of the Raiders. I'm a fan of football. So I'm speaking from a fan's point of view that don't know what the fuck they doing and trying to guess what they are going to do, or the moves that they do make, how does that make me feel as a fan? Am I more confident in my team because of the moves they make? Do I think they're competent to fix the things that did not look well against Denver? Yeah, of course. I'm hoping but I'm not. I ain't got a hope. What team do you know? Let's keep it 100. What team do you know plays a horrible game, right? They fight though. You got to give them their fucking props for fighting and winning a game that we would have lost last year. You can't deny that. Of course, there's shit to be cleaned up. For those that don't know, here's a breaking news for y'all. Here's breaking news. Look. Check this out. In case y'all don't know, you will never, ever in life, no matter how hard you try, be perfect. Sorry to break it to you. There's also no Santa Claus, there's no Tooth Fairy, and there's no fucking Easter rabbit. You know what I mean? Just to let you know, I might have ruined that shit for y'all, but yes, it's true. There is no fucking Santa Claus. So stop thinking that you're going to become a perfect team. You will never be perfect, ever, because you can always do something better. Always. I don't know if for those who's waiting for us to be perfect, hey, good luck. You're going to wait a long motherfucking time. Because you can chase perfection, but you'll never catch that shit. Facts. Lunatic facts. You know what I mean? Lunatic facts. You will never in your motherfucking life be perfect. Now, you can cry, you can go in the closet, you can suck your thumb and cry like Lunatic said, I'll never be perfect. You won't. Sorry to inform you, but no matter how hard you try, you will never, ever fucking be perfect in life. So why do you expect others or your team or players to be perfect when they will never be perfect, ever? Everybody is flawed. You know what I mean? Keep it a buck. I'm just keeping it a buck. Sam Tanker, top of the morning to you. Oscar, what it do? Good morning. So the only thing in football that you can expect and hope for is that they improve from game to game. But in order to improve from the previous game, that means the previous game can't be perfect. Newsflash. You can't be perfect in order to improve. Just like I know as rookies, they're going to need to make their mistakes. They have to. It's the process of learning. You're going to make mistakes, but we get mad at them for making mistakes. How the fuck you get mad at a rookie for making mistakes when the rookie needs to make mistakes to become better? This is the kind of shit that's fucking amazing. It's amazing how simplistic things can be, but we make it so fucking hard that you sit back and you look at it, you be like, you know what? You're right. That's a fucking brain tease right there. Why are we so hard on a rookie for making mistakes when we need those mistakes to happen for that rookie to become better? Think about that shit. It's almost like being a woman. You know how your woman, I ain't gonna say your woman, y'all woman, everybody woman might not be the same, but you know, women they kind of off in the head a little bit. You know, like I'll give you an example. This is the kind of off that this shit is. Babe, what you want to eat? Oh, honey, I don't care. Whatever you choose. All right, we're gonna go to Popeyes. I don't want Popeyes. All right, we're going to go to Taco Bell. I don't want Taco Bell. Then why in the fuck did you say whatever I want is okay? That's the craziness that we're fucking dealing with. We get mad at the rookies for making mistakes, but we need the rookies to make mistakes to get better. Oh my God. Hey, Walt, you made good point right there with Lester Hayes. Shout out to Lester Hayes, bro. That's one of my favorite players of all time. I got his 1980 Topps card, bro, mint condition. Yes, indeed, Mr. Stickum himself, Lester I don't like that nickname. Whoever came with that name, Lester the Molester, bro, that's not cool. I know what they meant, but what it sound like don't sound cool, bro. We need to get rid of that name forever. Let's just not call him that. You know what I mean? Oh my God. I'm telling you how that shit is, man. Hey, Charles Washington, you said no women ain't the same. Everybody experienced that shit. Look, this what I started doing this what I started doing with my son mom when we was together. Oh, here's another thing, and tell me if all women ain't this. Y'all go out to eat, right? Y'all do finally figure out a place for y'all to go eat that y'all can agree on. She orders her food, you order yours. Why the fuck is she in my plate? Why is she trying my shit in my plate when she had an opportunity to order the shit if that's what she wanted? See, her ideology was we all order different shit so we could try everybody's shit. This is not a fucking buffet. If it was a buffet, you wouldn't need to do this shit. You can just go to the buffet and try everything. Stay the fuck out my plate. So you know what I used to do? I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm an asshole. I'm a legitimate asshole. I'm gonna give y'all some real shit. We go out and eat, right? I'm the kind of motherfucker, I don't have no allergies and there ain't shit I don't like. So when she ordered her food, guess what I did? This is what I used to do. I ordered the same exact shit she got. I remember I do that shit and she be like, why you get the same thing? You could have tried something different, so I could have tried it. That's why I got the same thing. I'm an asshole. I ordered the same exact shit she ordered. I ordered the same exact shit she ordered, so she'll stay the fuck out my plate. Now, it may have not been what I wanted, but I guarantee you this, she wasn't eating my shit. Hello? Fuck that, motherfuckers be calling it. I be hating them telemarketers and shit. Well, your insurance, you can do, man, these nuts, you can do the same thing with them. What's the deal, Gravy? What's the deal? Top of the morning. You said married for over 20 years. She knows. Hey, see, Charles, hey, for real, I fuck the game up, bruh. Hey, she'll go order some shit. I might not even want that shit. You know what I mean? She orders some shit. I come right behind her and order the same exact shit just to keep her motherfucking ass out my plate. That's how I got down. I didn't give a fuck. See, I told her, I be telling her, I said, look, I said, pick, what do you feel like eating? Pick something. I'm going to find something on the menu I like. I don't give a fuck where we go. I'm going to find something. So I don't care where we go. But don't put it on me and be like, oh, you pick somewhere. And then when I pick it, it's not what you want. Then you get mad when we go to the restaurant and I order the same exact shit you got just to keep your ass out my plate. Then you ask, why didn't you order something different so I could have tried it? That's why I didn't order something different. I don't want you to try it. I'll fuck them up quick, boy, fucking with me. On everything I love, shit, get out my motherfucking plate. Why you get more food than I do by trying my shit and eating your shit too? The fuck? And I'm paying for the shit. Nah, we ain't doing that shit. That's why, hey, I'm glad we ain't. I ain't gonna say I'm glad we ain't together, but I'm glad we ain't. But I'm glad I got my son know out of it. You know what I mean? She good for something. Cause me and him, we go eat. He ain't never within my motherfucking plate, I tell him, hey, get whatever you want. One of our favorite places we go to, me and my boy, and I love this place too. Man, Nacho Daddy. Oh my God, that's the best nachos I done ever fucked with, bro. The surf and turf. And I let him, he got the surf and turf too. The filet mignon with the shrimp, or you can get the one with the crab. Oh man, that's the best nachos ever, bro. He love that place because there's so many different nachos to fucking choose from. But yeah, I love going out with my boy because he don't, yeah, let me try that. No, he order whatever he want and he sit there and eat that shit. What Gravy doing? Knitting a sweater, an ugly sweater for Christmas? A Raider? Oh, I need to get me an ugly Raider sweater. They said, well, what makes it ugly? I said, because there's a picture of Jamarcus Russell on there. I got an ugly sweater with Jamarcus Russell on it. All right, y'all. Y'all got sidetracked for a minute. All right. Talk about women and food and shit. All right. So here's another little snippet from Garoppolo talking about, because I asked him about, last year, these kind of games that we won, like the Denver game in week 1 this year, were the kind of games we lost last year. And did anybody, what do you know about that? Because, I'm pretty sure people didn't talk to you about it. And how do you approach it? So this is Jimmy G on, even though he wasn't here last year, his approach to games and fighting to win games close like we would have lost last year. Ain't go figure. Let's go, Jimmy.
It's been a big emphasis. Even just when you get up, you got step on their throat type of mindset today. A little different, falling behind, but guys stuck together. That was a big part of it, and we keep doing that. We'll be in a good spot.
See, I like that. You got to have that step on their throat mentality, bruh. That's all we ask for, man. That's all we, as Raider fans, all we ask for is them to get out of bed and keep your foot on their neck. Apply pressure. Apply pressure. Don't get a lead and then play prevent. You know what I mean? You attack. You keep your foot on their neck. I love that shit. Because some motherfuckers were passive. Some people are passive by nature. Oh, we don't want to. We just want to. It's kind of like. I remember one of my favorite shows is The Walking Dead, and Negan was a hell of a fucking villain in that shit. But see, the thing with Negan was a killer. He was a stone cold killer. But when he ended up getting caught by the motherfuckers, they refused to kill him. They let him stay alive and try to have we talk about during the zombie apocalypse, they want to make a jail and hold him in a jail. Fuck that shit. He would have got capital punishment for real. You don't never let a motherfucker that's wicked an opportunity to become free, because that does not mean him being free is going to keep him from being wicked. Sometimes motherfuckers just need to be eliminated. Must be eliminated. That, like, there's no, like, Jeffrey Dahmer you wasn't gonna never make Jeffrey Dahmer a normal motherfucker. He killing motherfuckers and eating them. Come on, bruh. What fucking therapist can sit down and talk to him about that shit? You know what I mean? So sometimes you just got to get out and you got to completely, I was always taught, make sure you completely destroy your enemy so they don't have no get back. This is football. Completely destroy your enemy, the opponent. Make sure they have no get back. None. You just, if they say you're running the score up, oh fucking well. See you next game. Do something about it. We're not giving you no kind of chance or hope of you getting back into a game and catching us by surprise and beating us. We're putting our foot on your neck and we're going to apply pressure until you stop squirming. That's just what it is. That's just what it is. Hey, I'm not down with losing close games no more at all. I need a killer at quarterback. I need a stone cold killer at quarterback. I need a sniper. Not somebody like, oh, turn the other cheek. Let me quick, because the motherfuckers gonna get mad. Stop talking about number 4. I'm talking about number 10, bruh. You know what I mean? Hey, fuck turning the other cheek. Martin Luther King did that shit for years, bruh. We ain't got shit. And you get Malcolm X come along, boy, it's like shit, by all means necessary. I need me a by all means necessary quarterback, not turn the other cheek. It sounds nice. It sounds diplomatic. But sometimes diplomacy must leave being diplomatic and you must just become a savage. The only thing a savage understands is savagery. You gotta be a savage too. You feel me? Look, NorCal laughing like a motherfucker. I'm just keeping it a buck. I'm keeping it a buck. Hey, I hope Jimmy G let me come stay tonight. I hope we can have a slumber party with Jimmy. Bro, hey, I'm like, bruh, you can't have all that shit, bruh. That's like you can't go into the candy store and have all the fucking you can't have all the Snickers, all the Hershey bars, all the Mounds, and Almond Joys, and you can't fuck no. You gotta share some of that shit. Let me get some cavities too. Shit. You know what I mean? Hey, take me with you. I'm the big homie, but I'm the big homie that's, you know what I mean? Fuck it. Hey, shoot him my way. Man, 6 years. Usually posting up in here. Hold on, I'm trying to get this shit. Yeah, the Bills, bro. See, a lot of people think, oh, that game that they lost against the Jets, like they're gonna be upset and bounce back. Why we think there's only one side to a coin? What about the other side of the coin? What if that's one of them losses that just takes the steam out your ass? You know what I mean? Don't just assume, oh, after that loss, we expect them to bounce back. So we're going to make them damn near 10-point favorites. All right, handle your business. Handle your business. You didn't see the Raiders down and out for winning the game by 1 point on the road against Denver, a divisional rival, and say, damn, bro, we barely won, man. We ain't that good. We barely won. They ain't saying that bullshit, that negative shit. They saying, hey, it wasn't pretty, but we fought like a motherfucker and got that shit. That's the difference of the psyche of the teams. You know what I mean? If Buffalo is feeling like that, bro, hey, see, a lot of people are assuming that Buffalo is going to use that loss as a bounce back and be like, fuck that, we're going to, you know what I mean, do this. And I guess they're with Hamlin, the dude that had the cardiac arrest, bro, that was last year, bro. He's alive now. Ain't no fucking sign of motivation out of that shit. He didn't die. Shit. He didn't die. What's the motivation? You usually get motivated by somebody dying unexpectedly. But like when a motherfucker makes it and he survives, it's like, okay, he made it. Thank God. You're not out there. Come on, y'all. We can go out there and die and come back too. No, that's not. You need that shit to motivate you. You need to have something like that happen in order for you to be motivated, and you're a professional football team. So you need outside help to be a better you than what you can make yourself. That's what I take it as. Raiders didn't need no outside help. Who helped them? Who helped them beat Denver? What, Al Davis? Look, shout out to Al Davis Ghost. I'm about to use you as a analogy. What, Al Davis's ghost? But you know what I mean? When he came up in the locker room and be like, commitment to excellence. You know what I mean? No, the motivation is to win. That's your motivation. To win is your motivation. It's not because you're getting a paycheck. It's not about money. It's not about the bitches you're going to get. It's about winning. Winning is the only motivation you need in the most highest form of that sport, football. I don't need somebody to damn near die on the football field. I don't need getting my incentives on the football field. My motivation to even play this motherfucking game is because I like to win. I don't play it. I mean, it's fun when you win. It ain't fun when you lose. Because now you got to hit the drawing board, start all over again. It's kind of like being an NFL team. You make it to the Super Bowl and you lose. Now you got to sit there and think about, do you know how much fucking work I put in to make it to the Super Bowl? We lose it. So now I got to go back to the very fucking beginning and do it all over again, but do it better so I don't lose the next time. If I even get there again, my motivation is to win. Period. You don't play games for the fun of it. At least the competitiveness in me does not allow me to do that. I don't just play just to play. Out of any game ever invented, the objective to that game is to win. Am I right? What game is there that the objective is to tie or to lose? It's easy to lose. Just don't try. So yeah, bro, I can believe that shit. I know the locker room was probably tripping because you know what I mean. Especially it's a slap in the face when Aaron Rodgers goes down after 4 plays, and this little peon come off the bench, and it wasn't the greatest motherfucker out there, but you wasn't great enough to overcome the absence of an Aaron Rodgers and beat a New York Jets team. Here's what it is, bro. And this is one thing I always thought about the Jets. Everybody say, oh, yeah, Aaron Rodgers and them, they're going to make it to the Super Bowl. But you know the one Achilles heel, no pun intended, the Achilles heel of the Jets were the offensive line. How many times did fucking Aaron Rodgers have to scramble and try to get out the way? That fucking offensive line, see, they got good defense, they got good skill position players, but the offensive line, suspect. You know what I mean? Suspect. It is what it is, bro. It is what it is. My dude, Snoops Hernandez, man, top of the morning to you. Good to see you. Just Listen podcast is in the building. Yes, sir. Junior Jacobo. What did I get it right? Jacobo, top of the morning, man. Shout out to the 50 people watching, man. If this is your first time here, man, please. And I'm not begging. I'm just saying, I'm being polite. Please subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that thumbs up. That's all I'm asking. You ain't got to pay no money. I mean, I know sometimes times is hard. You know what I mean? You can't donate. You can't, you know what I mean? Join. That's fine. I'm not mad at you. There's a lot of shit I can't do. You know what I mean? But we Raider fans, bruh, we don't give a fuck. We don't care if you blue collar, white collar, Raider fans. If you're a Raider fan, I fuck with you regardless of your economic status. You know what I mean? I don't care about your economics. I care about your passion. Raiders, baby. Hey, shout out to the world's most dangerous chat, bro. You know what it is. Without you, there's no me. And without us, there's no nation. There's only one nation. The Mickey Ficky Raider Nation, man. Salute to y'all, man. Y'all make this shit happen. Yes, sir. What time is it? I can't stay. I ain't gonna be on here too long. Hold on, man. The motherfuckers. Okay. can't wait. I hope we handle business this Sunday. I hope we have a better showing versus Buffalo than we did against Denver. But Denver's a divisional game. We know how divisional games go. It does not matter about the record. These are teams that you face twice a year. They're the only teams in the NFL that you play on your schedule twice. So there's adjustments. There's I'll see you again next time. There's all that kind of shit. You feel me? And see, hey, I'm gonna tell you what, Jimmy G. That's not the best Jimmy G. See, we're so busy looking at the fact that wasn't the best Jimmy G that we don't look at the positive as that wasn't even the best Jimmy G. See, now that's a perfect explanation of the split, the division of how some people rather focus on the negative and not the positive and still get the same outcome. I can focus on the positive, they can focus on the negative, and what we're saying can still come out to the same outcome. So why even be negative if I can do the same shit with being positive? Rather than sitting there, oh, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. Oh, they need work at this, they need work at that. I'm pretty sure that motherfucking team knows this. You know what I mean? Now, my approach is just imagine the Raiders won against Denver and they didn't even play a great game. That's the optimism. Just imagine when they do play a complete, clean ass game with no penalties, wrapping up on their tackles. You know, you see what I mean? You can still accomplish the same thing with being positive as you can with being negative. Because I'm knowing the team already. Bruh, they got game film. Even look, McDaniel said this shit. He said, now we got game film. So now we can go watch this shit and see what the hell we did wrong and how to fix it. It's not about making mistakes. It's about learning from them. Everybody makes mistakes. Like I said, you will never in your whole life ever. I'm going to ruin it for you guys in case you think otherwise, but you will never be perfect. Now, you might be perfect in somebody else's eyes, but you're still flawed. You know what I mean? We're all flawed. Even on production, you might feel like, oh, I did a damn good job. You did a damn good job, but you could have did better. You always can do better. Like, it's like if I went out there and ran a 40-yard dash and I got a 4.25. That's not perfect. What you mean that's not perfect? Because what if I could run a 4.24 or a 4.23 or a 4.22? You see what I mean? You can always do better. So that's why we focus on only the wins. You can always do better. You know what I mean? Just get the W. That's the thing that we're excited about. We got the W in a game that was not easy, and we could have easily lost. We could have lost that game like Denver did. Shout out to the Denver Donkeys. You sons of bitches, 7 in a row on your bitch ass. But I'm just telling you. Look at be optimistic, bro. If without optimism, why the fuck even be alive? If there's no hope of you becoming better and doing better, then why even try? Why even try? Why even watch football? If you think that you think they're not gonna work on being better, tell me what team out there actually is be like, well, bro, we barely won this game. We ain't shit. We might as well just tank after week 1. Come on, bro. That's why I be telling these motherfuckers, man. It's a damn shame. It's a damn shame. But sometimes people just, I don't know. Maybe they so used to being failures. That's all they expect. Failures. Fuck that. I refuse to lose. I refuse to lose. Fuck your 22s. Shout out to Brother Lynch Hung. You know what I mean? Man, I'm just telling y'all, man. Hey, you can be optimistic about some shit and get the same outcome as being negative. I can sit there and be like, piece of shit, you didn't do this right, you didn't do that right. I'm not breaking my motherfucking TV. Fuck no. Fuck no, I'm not busting my TV because a motherfucker lost. Shit, if anything, that's gonna make me want to add more speakers to my TV so I can hear the motherfucking referees cheating. Shit, I'm always, man, fuck that shit. We didn't lose because we was horrible. The motherfuckers cheated. How many times they held Crosby? How many times did motherfucking Devontae Adams get held? You know what I mean? Targeted a motherfucker helmet to helmet. It didn't get ejected from the game or suspended. Come on, bruh. Pyro, my dude, tops to you. I'm speaking the gospel. That's all I'm gonna do. The Raider gospel. Oh, Eagle Terry, come on, bruh. You said a 5-2 defense, bruh. You mean this kind of defense? You mean a 5-2 like this? You know what I mean? That, I mean, you can do 5-2s. There's all kind of shit you can do. You know what I mean? There's all kind of shit you can do. It all depends on who you're going up against and will they struggle with it. You put a 5-man front up there with only 2 linebackers? Yeah. Yeah, bro. Hey. It's not really a big fucking, you know what I mean? It's like, because usually when you go from, like, say for instance, I'll give you an example. Like a 4-3 to a 3-4, right? It all depends on the position that's added and taken away as far as what do you replace them with. Like, if you go from a 4-3 to a 3-4, then you're taking away a defensive lineman, right? So if you're taking away a defensive lineman and adding a linebacker, do you really want a linebacker there in a 3-4, or do you want that 4th linebacker to be a safety? Such, you know what I mean? There's different choices you can make that teams make. Some teams might want to throw a safety there. Maybe they don't. Maybe when they want to put an outside linebacker, you know what I mean, in a 3-4. It all depends on what their purpose is, what they're trying to prevent from the other team from doing. And then what personnel does that other team have? What's their strengths? You know what I mean? So it's 5-2. Hey, that they done did that shit. Buddy Ryan with the Bears, I think he ran, what did he run? The he didn't do the 5-2. I think he did a 4-2. I think he did he do a 4-2? Hold on, let me make sure, man. I don't want to give no misinformation. I'm trying to remember. That was back in 1985 when they won the Super Bowl against New England. Buddy Ryan's 85 Bears defense. Let me make sure. What defense did Buddy Ryan run with the 85 Chicago Bears?
46.
The 46.
Chicago Bears, running a pressure-driven scheme developed by coordinator Buddy Ryan.
The 46 is what Buddy Ryan ran. The 46. Bruh, he was applying pressure. And the shit worked. That to me right now in history, that 85 Bears defense might be the greatest defense ever formed in the NFL. I mean, you had Wilbur Marshall, you had Michael Singletary, you had fucking oh my god, on defense you had fucking Fuck, I'm forgetting his name. Richard Dent. Bruh, you had that Bears 85. If anybody is a fan of football, go watch something on YouTube dealing with the 1985 Chicago Bears. Buddy Ryan, the father of Rex and Rob Ryan. Rob Ryan is currently on our defensive staff. This is the lineage that these guys come from. Buddy Ryan. I'm telling you, bruh. It runs in the family because the Ryans were also involved with the 2000 Baltimore Ravens, who might have been the second best defense ever to play in the NFL as linebacker coach and whatnot. Rex and Rob, I think they both were in Baltimore in 2000. That was a damn good defense too. They kept teams under 10 points on average. So it's in their bloodline, bro. The defense is in their bloodline. Hell, the last time the Raiders had a good defense is because Rob Ryan was the motherfucking defensive coordinator back in the early 2000s. You feel me? So they have a long history of success on defense. But yes, Buddy Ryan was the head man running the 4-6. But I don't know if the 4-6 can survive now. It's a lot of passing. It's a lot of passing, bruh. You know what I mean? You go 4-6, you only got one motherfucker in the secondary. But you can adjust accordingly because those 6 don't all have to be linebackers. Like I said, you can throw safeties and corners in that motherfucker if you want to. You know what I mean? For the just pressure, hey, that was a good ass defense. I ain't never gonna forget that motherfucking Super Bowl because New England they said they were out doing coke and shit before the Super Bowl. I'll never forget that. I was in junior high school when that Super Bowl happened, bro, in '85. Appreciate you, NorCal, man. You know what I mean? I try to make this shit fun, but also informative. They did have the personnel to do that, Charles, for real. And they had, it was fucked up though that they took the only touchdown that Walter Payton could have had and give it to the refrigerator, William Perry. For those that don't know, number 72 with the missing tooth, the refrigerator Perry was a big ass offensive lineman that he got the touchdown, a lone touchdown in the Super Bowl with his big ass, you know what I mean, over Walter Payton. Here's a side note. William the Refrigerator Perry also had a character that was in G.I. Joe, the toys and cartoons. So, yeah, they was adding, like, celebrities because they had Sergeant Slaughter that was with G.I. Joe, and William the Refrigerator Perry was also a character with G.I. Joe. Just in case y'all didn't know. You know what I mean? That's my era, so I get juiced over that shit. And they do, if y'all went and seen the last Transformers movie, they tease G.I. Joe and Transformers in the next movie. Dope. That's dope as fuck. The fridge. Exactly, Willie Wayne. The fridge. Number 72. That motherfucker got that touchdown. They put that motherfucker back there as a running back, which was fucked up because Walter Payton didn't even score in that Super Bowl. And that's the only Super Bowl he got. You know what I mean? And people, the fans and shit were mad because it's like, man, you're supposed to let Walter Payton do that, bruh. Because he was known for going over the top for real. Look, Willie Wayne said he remember that. Hey, for real though, good memories, bruh. I'm telling you, the 80s were epic with football. Don't think the Raiders weren't in the mix. Because, see, you got to remember, that's the 85 Bears. The Raiders won in 83 as well as in 80. So 77, 80, 83, that's the Raiders. Hey, we were a dynasty. 3 Super Bowls in 6 years. We were a dynasty. And the Bears came right after that. You know what I mean? So with 85. But I'm telling you, then a couple of years later after that, what was it, 87 or 88, we get Bo Jackson, because Bo Jackson fell out with Tampa Bay, who lied to him and told him he wouldn't lose his eligibility to play baseball, and he did. So he refused to sign with Tampa Bay. He goes back into the draft the following year, and the Raiders select Bo Jackson in the 7th round. But due to unfortunate injuries with the hip injury he had, it shortened his career, but he was allowed to play baseball. And then after baseball, come straight to football. And you talk about somebody that didn't have a mini camp, a preseason, but came right in and was just natural. I remember one year, I think the max games he played in a season is 10 games coming out of baseball. He was with the Kansas City Royals. But coming straight out of baseball into football, you only had about 10 games. I remember one year he damn near averaged 100 yards a game for those 10 games. He almost had 1,000 yards. Didn't even play a full 16-game season, and almost had 1,000 yards, bro. Bo Jackson's my all-time favorite, bro. They said he was clocked at a 4.12 40. 4.12 at 230 pounds. He would run your ass over, or he would outrun you. It did not fucking matter. Deion Sanders always talks about the story where Bo Jackson in college, because Bo Jackson went to Auburn and Deion was at Florida State. Bo hitting the sideline. Bam. Deion got the angle on him, though, but Deion fast as fuck, too. Don't get it twisted. Deion had the angle, came all the way up and caught up with Bo Jackson, and he said Bo Jackson gave him the stiff arm, and that was it. Bo Jackson was that dude, bro. I don't think they were ever, I can't say ever, but the way shit is getting softer as we go in the sport, I don't think there will ever be a Bo Jackson. Bo Jackson was an old country boy. Like baseball, he was just as dynamic in baseball as he was in football. I'm talking about home runs. This motherfucker was fast, stealing bases, out in the outfield, would run up the wall and catch motherfuckers out. I'm talking about literally run up the wall in center field to make a catch. He's done that shit. So prolific that when he got hurt with the hip injury with the Raiders and had to retire from football, he had hip replacement, and the only player to ever play professional baseball with a false hip for the White Sox. He still had a little hitch in his giddy up, but he still played professional baseball with a fake hip, bruh. You can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up, bruh. He's a superhero. He ran track and field. I forgot he did some other sports too. But yeah, Bo Jackson, that was my teenage years when Bo Jackson came along, in my early teenage years. And that's my all-time favorite player of all time. Period. LA Raiders, bruh. You know, we got the Bermuda Triangle, Oakland, LA, and Vegas. The real Bermuda Triangle. You know what I mean? All we need to do is get a Super Bowl out here, and we won a Super Bowl for all three cities. The Bermuda Triangle. Let's go. Or we should call it the Pacific Triangle. The Pacific Triangle. Hey, man, Wild Turkey, Bo Jackson's my all-time favorite, bruh. As a kid, because, hey, do you remember the cartoon they had with Gretzky, Michael Jordan, fucking Bo Jackson? What were they called? Superstars or some shit? They were superheroes? Robert Pena, hey, for real, Bo Jackson, I'm telling y'all, if any of you guys out there is like too young to remember Bo, please go to YouTube and look it up. And if you want to, you know what? And I need to start this series again. I have a series on my channel called Legends of the Shield. I did a biography on Bo Jackson. I do biographies on older Raider players just because I want the younger cats to understand the history of the Raiders. So it's called Legends of the Shield. I covered their history of how they came up, going through college, becoming pro, the records they got. So please, if you have not done so, please check out my series, Legends of the Shield, bruh. And that's why I did that one, and I need to get back on it. I need to quit bullshit. I got so much shit going. I forgot, and I have not done an episode in a while, but I will bring it back. The last one I was working on was Marcus Allen, if I remember right, and I didn't finish it, but I will. I promise I will. I will. I just got to get time to do it. But yes, Legends of the Shield. I got one on Bo Jackson. You'll know his history, little tidbits of his life, as far as sports, records with the Raiders and what happened with Tampa Bay trying to lie to him and tell him he wouldn't lose his eligibility if he came with them out to Florida. It's all kind of shit, bruh. But please check that out. Yeah, man, I'm telling you, man. Hey, the Raiders done had prolific athletes to don the silver and black. We even had, look, there's one guy in the record books that led the league in rushing that nobody has ever eclipsed as far as total yards, with over 2,000 yards rushing, Eric Dickerson. Eric Dickerson was a running back for 1 year, I think it was, with the Raiders. Not in his prime, but he was a Raider. You know what I mean? Randy Moss was a Raider. Jerry Rice was a Raider. Andre Rison was a Raider. We always went out and got guys that we felt still had a little bit left in their tank to help us win. Unfortunately, Eric Dickerson, he didn't. But if you go look up Eric Dickerson's history with the Rams, the LA Rams, and the Colts, used to wear the goggles and run straight up and down, but fast as shit, bro. Fast as shit. I think what did he come out of? SMU? I think Eric Dickerson came out of, because SMU had a stable of running backs back in the day, and I think they got in trouble and got like a ban or something, if I remember right. Oh shit. It might be called Bo Nose, ain't it? I think that is called Bo Nose. But yeah, man, hey, the Raiders are so thick with history, bro. There's a lot of history in the silver and black, bro, that makes us like elite. Like we take people from like Ronnie Lott was a Raider. You feel me? Carl Witherspoon, was it Witherspoon? Is it Witherspoon or Weathers? Carl Weathers from Rocky. Creed, the original Creed. He played with the Raiders. Do you guys ever remember the here's another one. Do you guys ever know the commercial, the Old Spice commercial with the black dude riding a horse? He said, "Now I got the spice. Now I don't." You know that dude? You know he was a wide receiver for the Raiders at one time also? From the speed stick commercials that happened a few years ago. Not the new comedian dude, but the other black bald head dude that was riding a horse. He was a Raider wide receiver at one point. So yeah, it's all kind of history, bro. Let me see, what time is it? All right, I'm a little bit late, y'all. But you guys enjoy your Thursday, man. I will be back. It won't be a long show tomorrow for Fuck Your Team Friday, but I will be back because I'm working tonight and tomorrow trying to get this money together so I can go ahead and do this LA trip for the Chargers Raiders game, bro. But I'm almost there. If I can get another set of overtime days next week, it's all good. But with that being said, man, you guys enjoy your Thursday. Be safe. Make it back home to your loved ones, man. You already know. It's only one nation, baby. It's only one. And only we do it the best, and we the only ones to do it, period. Fuck a bang bang booty gang. Fuck a kingdom. Fuck all that shit. It's a nation. It takes a nation of millions to hold us back. Let's go. One nation, under God, individual, rocking the silver and black. With that being said, man, I'm Lunatic Raider. This is Raiders Allegiance. You've been watching Good Morning Raider Nation live podcast, man. I'll see y'all tomorrow morning with Fuck Your Team. Fuck the Bills. We coming for that ass, baby. We coming for that ass. I'm out this. B-I-Yeah.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.